Okay, hi, and welcome back to the Nepo Broadway Baby podcast. By Lily Grahoviak and Zoe Marcel. Today, we went and saw Clue live on stage.
We loved it.
We loved every second of it. So
personally, I haven't been to theater in so long.
I know, it was nice to go to a theater.
It was just nice to be there.
It was awesome.
Yeah,
so we're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
We are going to talk about it. We have our playbill for you. So that way we can bring up all the info. Okay, so this was written by Sandy Rustin.
Our queen.
She killed this.
She's funny.
She's
I didn't expect it to be this funny.
No, I've seen this show before at a high school production a couple years ago. And I forgot how funny it was.
Yeah.
She really killed it with the writing here. Honestly, everything about it.
Laughs across the audience.
Yeah,
everyone was laughing.
It was great.
Very funny.
So this was produced by Broadway Company. Which was awesome to see in Boise. I didn't know we had Broadway in Boise, but really happy
in our
about
backyard.
Yeah, we walked there. It was great.
It was awesome.
Okay, we also have our notes on what we have to talk about.
Yes. So, name on director.
This was directed by Casey Hushin.
Casey.
Great job.
It was the
We don't
staging.
know, is Casey a girl or a boy?
We don't know, but I feel like it's very women-led with Sandy.
Maybe. This is a woman-led production?
And Casey.
Woman in theater. Oh, God, awesome. Okay, so that's who directed this, and I thought the direction was awesome. I didn't see a single mess up on stage.
Me either.
I
was
great.
expecting a mess up, too.
This is Broadway.
Okay.
This is a Broadway caliber performance. Were we really expecting a mistake?
True.
Okay.
True, but sometimes growing up in theater, I see a lot of backstage mess ups, and I didn't.
No, it was great. There was not a single problem.
I did not see anything.
Yeah. So let's get into the plot because we have so much to say. I'm off book for this one.
Don't.
Okay, so let's talk about it. In the beginning, I'm going to start talking about themes and stuff, and we can't do that. Just quick plot summary.
Okay, quick plot summary.
Starts
off, everyone gets to the manor, introduced.
Yes, everyone gets to the manor, everyone's introduced. It's awesome.
Awesome. They all have to use alias names, so they're not using their real names.
Yes.
And
which
then
makes it all the more enticing.
We're all wondering.
And they're told not to tell anything about themselves.
Exactly.
But all these secrets start to come out as the night is going on.
We meet the butler, the cook, and the maid.
And the first person that gets killed is Mr. Body himself, which stirs a whole lot of... Okay, stop. It stirs a whole lot of confusion. And a lot of stuff starts happening.
Everyone's wondering what's going on.
And then in the end, there's actually 6 murders that happen that all take place throughout the story. There's I tried to count them in my head when we were there. There's Mr. Body, the cook, Yvette's the maid, the cook, and then the guy whose car gets broken down. He's the first. Wait, let's do it in order.
Yeah.
Mr. Body's
Mr. Body, the cook.
Then the cook. Then it's a guy whose car breaks down.
Yes.
And then it's Yvette. And then the cop who comes and asks about the guy whose car broke down. But when this is all happening, there's all this, they're trying to, cover it up, so they're pretending like they're partying. And
that was
a great scene. We'll get in there. We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
We'll talk about it later, because that was a good scene.
That was a really good scene.
What else was there?
The teleprompter.
Oh, and... The teleprompter.
The person who came to do the
the singing telegram. The singing telegram. Yes, the singing telegram.
That was a highlight.
Awesome. That was a great part of it. That was a great comedic part.
That was a great part.
The whole thing is very comedic.
Very funny.
I loved it. I really did like it.
So walking into it, I heard
and then we have to get to the end.
Oh yeah, we're not done yet.
Summary.
Sorry.
So then everyone gets killed, and then they're all pointing the finger at whoever it is. That was a great scene.
That was great. They kept reversing.
Yeah, it was
going back.
awesome.
Who is it? We didn't know who it was. We thought it was 3 different people at first, and then finally we uncover
what really happens, and
that
turns
the butler
out yes,
is
the
Mr.
butler
Body.
is actually Mr. Body,
Mr. Body.
And every single one of them killed someone. Besides
Mr. Green.
Mr. Green.
Who we find out is
an FBI agent. And then he locks them all up.
Kills Mr. Body.
Yeah, well, he kills Mr. Body. Because they get into some little swinging stuff. And they're in a little fight. He kills Mr. Body. So Mr. Body is actually dead. But they lock up the other 6.
Yeah.
The other 5. Sorry, the other 5.
And that's the end.
Then that's the end. And then the cops all walk out with them. And then there's a great comedic moment at the end. That if you've never seen this, you probably have, but if you've never seen this or if you're gonna go see it, I don't want to spoil it for you. He's awesome. He really is awesome. He
bodied the entire thing. He bodied Mr. Body. He bodied Mr. Body.
Okay, now we're using analogies. Okay.
Okay.
The theme of this really was just confusion.
It was like a mystery.
It was just mystery, like it was
mystery, comedy, mystery.
I think the main theme though was more about like the secrets.
I think so too.
I think the secrets was the main thing,
Like
and
the
that secrets are
uncovering.
gonna come back to bite you.
Yeah.
I think that was the main theme of it, is that your secrets that you have are kind of come back, and you're gonna get. And the whole thing is it's a lot of karma and stuff like that.
It's a lot of everything that happens will come back to you.
Yes.
Is what it is.
I think that's what the theme is.
I think so too.
I agree. Okay, awesome.
awesome.
Okay, so wait, what's next?
Detailed description of one.
Well, we have
element
4
of design.
that we want to talk about.
We have so many elements of design.
Okay.
The set was
set was
awesome.
phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
You talk about the set. This is all you go.
So the set, like seriously, it was like, I'm a big gal that I like secret doors and stuff. That's literally the entire thing. Every single room like came out into the main ballroom.
Yeah.
And then one of our favorite scenes that we both laughed at was when they're changing sets. They like black out the back, and then they all run in the front under lights. All the characters.
Okay,
and then
stop talking about the lights, because the lights is my thing.
Okay, sorry. Whatever. They're running behind. The set changes were very smooth.
Yes.
And we're very like natural. I feel like it was very natural
because it flows in with the comedic thing of it all.
With the comedic thing, and I want to mention my favorite part of the set. I think was the chandelier fall.
Yeah, that was really impressive.
Yes, in the chandelier falls.
And we have to get into that later, because they did the slow-mo part.
They did the slow-mo part.
And that was really impressive.
Yeah.
That was like the Rockettes doing like the falling thing.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I would compare that to, because he was really doing a limbo dance.
He was limboing. So the chandelier comes down. He's limboing down in slow motion. I thought that part was my favorite part of the set design, because it was very well natured with the play.
Yeah, that was good.
Lights.
I want to talk about the lights. I thought the lighting was really, really great.
And the sounds.
We'll get into that too.
Yeah.
But in the very beginning, the first thing that happens really is like the lightning, when they're all like, whenever like a big like word is mentioned or something that is of importance, there's lightning that strikes. And
like a burr.
Yeah, and the sounds that go along with that. But it just gives the whole thing, like, you're like, now this is like an eerie thing. Like, this is like, it was normal, it was a little weird, but like now it like is, you understand what's gonna happen. And I feel like that was really great. And then another thing I really liked was with the door scene, when they're deciding that they're gonna break off and go 2 and 2.
Yes.
This was my favorite scene.
The door scene was so good.
There's like, this is so like, good. It's almost like a dance kind of situation.
Where they're all like coming
It was choreographed so well, honestly. Who was the dance captain? Wait, I have it.
No, we did. We were looking at the dance captain. We actually went into it thinking it was a musical, not a musical.
Because that's what I thought, but that wasn't it. Anyways, the lighting designer was Ryan O'Gara. Killed that.
Great. Set design? Who's set design?
Who did set?
Ooh, Lee Savage.
Wait, that's a great
name.
He
is Savage. He is savage with the set. I'm telling you, the set was so good.
Okay, yes, I can't find the name of the dance captain,
Super
but
detailed.
we'll come
like
across
there was
them
just
later.
like they would like in the library.
Wait, can I continue?
Yes, go.
Sorry, we're getting really off track.
We're really off track. We really love this.
Sorry, it was really good. But anyways, the door scene was really great, and like the lights would like pop on one door, and one person would pop their head out, and then another would pop their head out, and it was like very comedic. And then another thing, which I thought was so cool, was that the characters on the actual sets controlled the light.
Yes.
Because there's like the first scene when Mr. Body dies, like the first death, that scene of him dying, he actually faked his death at that point. We forgot to mention that that was a fake death. And then they kill him again with the lead pipe.
Yes, that's right.
Did you miss that? That did happen.
That. I did
but
miss
that's okay.
That part.
That's why we went together.
Yeah.
But that first scene, the butler, who you think is the butler at the time, turns the light off, and all the lights in the theater just go dark. And I thought that was super cool. Because I've never seen something where the actual actor is turning the light off.
They also kind of control the movements of the set, because when they open the doors, that's when like some parts of the set come out, and like
we need to talk about that too, because when they open the door, the set comes out with it,
like it's like a small,
and so that way you can see what's happening on the other side of the door, because the door is at like the wing of the stage, so you really can't see what's going on, but they pull it out for you.
They pull it out, yeah.
That was really cool too.
That was
I
really
agree.
cool.
Okay, let's move on to something else. Costumes.
Okay, costumes.
Wait, I kind of want to talk about costumes. Can I keep going?
Yeah, go for it.
Then you're next.
Okay.
What I loved about my favorite costume, all of them were great. My favorite costume, though, was Colonel Mustard's.
Really?
I loved it. I thought it really added to his character. I think so. He's really stupid.
Yeah.
Like, really, just
Really
not
dumb.
a smart guy at all.
Wasn't
like,
getting it
really,
in
like, you know, making the most ridiculous comments. And I thought it was awesome. But his, like, costume was very, like, slouchy almost. It was, like, a slouchy, like, old, like, military, like, type of, you know, like, very, like, official. Like, I'm in the military. But it was, like, slouchy almost, which I thought kind of added to his character a lot. And that was my favorite costume.
Can I say mine?
Yeah.
Okay. My favorite costume was Miss Peacock's.
Miss Peacock's, that was a good one too.
Like, once she walked in, I always, so, like, when I played Clue, I always thought Miss Peacock was, like, the cute, like, girl.
Like the cute little girl, yeah.
She is a fancy old lady.
She is a fancy old lady,
loved
and
it.
she's
She
awesome.
had a peacock feather in her hair.
Yeah, I really
She had the skirt
that,
that like, had, like, the, thing under it, you know what that thing's called? That, like, circle thing under it?
Yeah.
That was, like, a part of it, and it would fly up, and it was funny.
Wait, I have one more, too. Another theme that I actually just caught on to was, like, expect the unexpected.
Yes.
And Mrs. White, or is it Mrs.
Peacock.
White? No, Mrs. White.
White's the one in all black.
Yes, I know. I'm talking about her.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Mrs. White, her dress is black. And I fully was expecting a white dress when Mrs. White walked in, but she has, like, a white coat on, and then she takes it off, and the dress is all black.
Yes.
She has attended 5 funerals because she killed 5 of her husbands, or however many. She had 5 previous husbands,
are, like,
killed
tissues.
2 of them. Yeah. So I thought it was an interesting choice to put her in black. I was like, wait, this is kind of weird. And as the story went on, I got it. But I expected, you know, like, whatever. I expected it to be white, and it wasn't, and it was black, and that makes so much sense for her character once you figure it out that this is why Mrs. White is in black.
Yeah,
because I think everyone
if
else,
that's her actual last name, we don't know.
Well, yeah, but I think everyone else was really dressed to their character. Like Miss Scarlet, her dress is red, and you know whatever. But she was the only one.
Feather,
yeah, she was the only one not
yeah.
dressed to her like name. I feel like, and Plum too. Plum was just like a regular suit.
Yeah.
But
I have one more costume thing that I want to mention, and then we'll move on.
Talk about it.
But Mr. Green, he wasn't wearing much green, but his socks.
Yes.
He had, like...
Yes, they each had a little thing.
Striped socks.
Yeah.
And I thought that fit his character so well. And I was like, of course Mr. Green is wearing green socks.
Also because I think one of the funniest comedic parts is that he's playing a homosexual... Or, not a homosexual. Yes, a homosexual? A gay person? I don't know.
It's like
a gay
person.
Like
a closeted gay person.
He's playing a closeted gay person, and then says he's gay when like they're all sharing their deepest darkest secrets, and then when he reveals his true identity, he's an FBI agent. He's like, I'm going home to my wife.
Yeah.
And I thought, I don't know, like the striped socks, I think add to that a little bit.
Like he dressed up himself as Mr. Green.
Yeah, he really committed to the bit.
Expect the unexpected.
Expect the unexpected. Exactly. Okay. Yes. Okay. We have one more thing to talk about.
What do you mean?
Like element.
Oh, another element of design that we like.
The sound.
Oh, I was gonna say the
sound, the music.
The sound,
when they
banging and
Yeah, the banging and like the music itself like was really good.
It's like you're in like a game show kind of. It's like
it feels like game show. Like they did a good job at making sure like you knew it was set in
like
1954.
When they were running, they were playing like
they were playing like running, like everything. It was like comedic when it needed to be. It was serious when it needed to be. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, kind of like a sitcom.
It felt like watching a sitcom live.
Yeah.
100%. Wait, I totally agree with that.
Yeah, like sitcom vibes.
No, it was really good. Okay, what's next?
Like or don't like?
Oh,
something we like or we don't like about it.
Okay, I mean, we've talked about this so much through the whole thing, but I really did like the comedy. I think that was one of the best parts of the show.
What was
the comedy? I think it kept the show going, and there's no intermission, so. Like, but it never felt like, oh, this is never ending. I need an intermission. Because I feel like with a lot of shows, if you don't get one, it can feel really dragged out.
Yeah, true. There was no intermission.
And there was no intermission. And, I mean, it's a quick show. It's like a 90-minute show.
Yeah.
But it didn't really need an intermission. Like, you were so engaged the whole time because how funny the cast was.
We're all wondering who is the murderer.
Yeah, and I feel like there's not really a point where you could stop.
There's not a point where you would, like, stop and look at your phone.
Yeah, but there's...
Something's always happening.
But there's no point where I wanted to stop watching.
Yeah, true.
And, like, needed a break. I thought that was... I think the comedy really helped in that aspect. I thought that was a good element of it. I don't really know if I disliked anything.
I don't think I disliked anything either.
I really don't think I did.
I was thinking about it, and I didn't dislike anything about the play.
I thought disliked.
It was also a small cast. It was a small cast.
Yeah, it was. It was ensemble led, which was awesome. Like there's no ensemble like the whole like
It's it's all of them are.
There's not really a lead. I guess you could say the lead is like the butler, but
that's actually Mr. Body.
Yeah, that's actually Mr. Body, but really he's not the lead. It's really just ensemble.
It really is.
Lead cast, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, actors. Who do we like?
We have to do more dislikes and likes.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
You're up.
Oh, my likes about it?
Your likes.
Okay, I think my personal likes about it, I'm going to go back to the set, unfortunately.
Go back to the set, yeah.
I was so impressed with the set the entire time and how it was so easily movable and so easily adaptable to the audience to know, like, what's going on, where are they, the study, like, each room had its own place and everyone, like, started uncovering all the rooms. I loved the kitchen. I thought the kitchen was awesome. The kitchen was, like, a pull-out set. All of them are, all the other rooms besides the main, like, ballroom is a pull-out, like, different room.
But they make the ballroom different rooms as well with like the lights and stuff will like show on a specific part.
They're running in the front. Yeah, and
they really do a good job.
Yeah.
One of my other like favorite parts I liked how they showed a little bit of who was it? White and green? Was it white and green? Or was it white and plum?
Oh, what are you talking about?
When they were going in to like see who the killer was.
It was White and the Butler.
Oh, it was White and the Butler. Yeah, it was White and the Butler, and they were going in to see who, like, if the killer was in those two rooms. Yeah. I thought that was a great scene.
I agree.
They were both, like, opening the door and, like, jumping back and being like, are you going to go in? Are you going to go in? They, like, go in for a second. I think that was one of my favorite scenes besides the door scene when there's no sound. I didn't think I would love that scene because when I heard, like, the dialogue turn off, I was like, okay, like, no one's talking. Come on. This is going to be, like, a sleeper. Yeah. But I think the whole crew did a good job with, like, making sure it was still engaging. It was really captivating, honestly. Like, I was, like, not bored when that was happening. I really liked that.
The safe, too. They had, like, a safe that was, like, a pull-out
the picture. And then the punchlines there were good, too.
The punchlines.
Yeah, I agree. Okay,
actors.
Let's move on. Our favorite actors. You talk about yours, I'll talk about mine.
Okay, I need to look at them. Playbill. I need their names.
Yes.
So, my personal favorite of the show would have to be the butler, Wadsworth.
Yes.
He was my favorite.
Played by
Jeff Skroron. Skroron. Jeff Skroron. Killed it. He was so engaging. He had this part in it where he has to, they're like, let's retrace our steps. And only him, the one actor, goes through every single thing that had happened during the play.
It was the most impressive thing I've ever seen.
It was hilarious.
Yeah.
There was everyone was laughing.
Yeah, it was
and
really
then
good.
After, it was that good that the audience had to stop and clap. For how he was talking so fast. I don't know who could, like, talk for that long.
He was really impressive.
He was running around the whole time, running around to every room. Like, retracing the steps, I thought that was his best moment. Yeah. And I think that was... He was my favorite of the night.
Yes. He was my favorite, but my second favorite was Miss Scarlet, played by Christina Anthony. She killed Miss Scarlet.
She killed Miss Scarlet.
Miss Scarlet is, in lack of better terms, a prostitute.
She's the ringer. She's the prostitute ringer.
She's the pimp.
She runs it.
Can I say pimp? I
already
said prostitute, so pimp can't be that much worse.
She runs a prostitution ring.
Yes, and her character is so funny.
So funny.
So funny. I don't know if her character is supposed to be that funny or if Christina just really killed that. But I think she was the most outstanding character out of, like, the ones you would consider, like, the more main speaking characters.
Yeah, I thought she was the most real.
I thought she was I think she's the character, not that I relate to someone who does that, but her humor was really relatable.
Really relatable. It was very...
Yes. I don't know. She was just... I don't know. Maybe it's because she was, like, the youngest. She was, like, closest to, like, us. But I thought she was really funny.
Her delivery was really good.
Yeah, it was really good. Everything about that. I mean, everyone in that cast, their whole comedic timing was just on point. And I thought it was great.
Any other standout casts that we think we should mention?
I just really loved Colonel Mustard. I thought he was hysterical. I loved... In the beginning, like, when we sat down, I was like, I know this guy, John Tracy Egan, and I've heard his name before. Don't remember from what, but I just know I've heard his name, seen his face. I'm going to show you his face. Him. Maybe you know him too. But I remembered him, so I was really watching Colonel Mustard, and I thought he did such a great job at playing the stupid, brain-dead old man.
And then my second,
it was awesome.
My other mention I do want to mention is Mr. Green turned to be FBI agent. He was another one of my favorites.
Because he wasn't even on my list.
He was really funny. He was like, his like whole deal, Mr. Green's whole deal, not the FBI yet, was he was very prone to accidents. Very prone to accident prone guy. So all the stunts and stuff that he did was really good. Like, I don't know if you remember this in the beginning, he like sat on a chair and it broke.
Yes, and then right when he walks in the door, the butler goes, sit, but is talking to a vet, the maid, and he like sits down in the middle of the doorway.
Yeah, jumps to a sit.
Yeah, jumps to a sit. He was really funny.
Very funny, very funny guy. Unexpected, because he turned out to not be prone to accidents at all and be an FBI agent.
He was still a little accident prone, though. I don't think the accident thing was, I don't think he was, that was
I don't think he could stage it. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because he was actually still accident prone as the FBI agent.
No, remember,
but he was like flipping around his gun and stuff and like.
He did hit something.
No, he is.
He is.
He hit the chandelier again, and then it fell. Yeah, no, he's just accident prone in general. We did not. Sorry, scratch that. But yes, those were our favorites of the night. They all did great, though. Yeah, it was really. I mean, small cast, as you can see. This is literally the whole cast on one paper. So, but great, awesome job. Okay.
Would we recommend?
Of course we'd recommend. We've been raving this whole review. I mean, of course we would recommend this show. I think maybe don't bring like young kids. Well, they wouldn't understand the humor. They wouldn't understand
it. Like, I think I would like to see that as a kid.
I think I'd like to see that as a kid, too. I thought it was funny. You know, your kid is not understanding humor yet. Bring them, because they're not going to understand it, and they'll just think it's kind of a fun thing.
It's fun.
I think this is great for all ages.
It's like the book Clue. They have I think
this is really good for all ages. I think any age can really relate to this, and I think it's a funny thing, and I think it's fun, and it's family-friendly.
Everyone in the world has played the game Clue. Yeah. And it's very, very relevant to the Clue game. Like, they have
I loved
candlestick, the wrench.
Well, yes, they have all the things, and it's based off the movie. I've never seen the movie, but it is based off the movie. I think
we should watch the movie.
We should watch it. Yeah. But my favorite thing was when they were accusing everyone, and they were saying it was Mr. Green in the billiard room with the candlestick, or like they would say it like how you would if you were playing the game, and so I thought that was really fun because it felt like I was a part of it.
Yeah, the evidence.
And they have the whole evidence thing, and it's like you have the, it really does, it feels like you're playing the board game. It feels like you've been transported into that.
Into the board game.
Especially with the set, actually, going back to that, because it's like, the way that the set is on the floor, it's like squares of wood, and when you're playing the game, that's the first thing I thought of, actually, was when I saw the set.
This is just clicking for me.
But the first thing I noticed when I saw the set was I was like, it looks like the board game, because they have the squares where you would technically like move your pawns and stuff, and I thought that was really cool that the set reminds you of the board game and kind of puts you into that, because it's all based off of that. So
I 100% would recommend.
I would recommend too. And I think it's appropriate for the audience at Boise State. I think
agree.
It's a funny, lighthearted thing, and I think especially at this time that it's coming. Well, and also I think at the time that it's touring here right now in Boise, I think it's good for Boise State students. It's a comedic thing to kind of get them through break and the colder weather and finals. I think it uplifted my spirits. I'm really happy right now, and I thought it was a great show.
I thought it was a really good show.
So I think it's really relevant to Boise State, and I think
all students should be involved. We're going to go recommend this to people.
Yeah, I think all students should go and see it. I think it's a great thing to do. Yeah, instead of doing what typical college students would do.
Someone too. I never did theater in high school or any of that. Like, I never did plays or anything like that. I just grew up around it. I thought that going and seeing it, I still enjoy, even though I'm not involved in theater in that way, I was just I was really into it. I was really drawn in, I do a lot of plays in my life where I just want to go to the bathroom or I need a break, but I was really drawn in, and I think that'll be the same for anyone else who goes sees it.
I think so too.
Yeah.
All right, well, that is it for the Nepo Baby Broadway podcast.
With your two favorite Nepo babies.
Yes, thank you so much. We really enjoyed Clue.
Yeah.
And
all should see it.
Yes, everyone should see it. Okay, that's all.